But hey, we're here to answer your computer technical streaming and cybersecurity questions. What we'll be going over today, in addition to answering your questions, by the way, we are aired on 1590 AM. Also, that's on Florida's Treasure Coast. And also, we're streaming this live to Facebook and YouTube. We're heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We are here again to answer your computer questions. In addition to answering your computer technical, streaming, and cybersecurity questions, we will be going over today how you can actually watch the college football bowl games. In addition to that, we're actually going to be showing you how to set up a Roku device and some of the content. We'll start showing you some of the content that you can actually watch with this Roku device. We'll give you an update on Al's Family Farms recovery progress, including they opened their grill this week. Additionally, we'll go over some of the latest cybersecurity threats, and of course, we're here to answer your computer questions, and that really dominates the show. So, all the other things that I talked about, if we don't have time for that, well, you know what? I'll probably just record those after the show is over, or maybe even extend the show to after when we're off the radio and actually continue to actually provide content to our live audience on Facebook and YouTube. By the way, if you're listening to this show on the radio, you can actually head over to our Facebook or YouTube channel. You can get links to both of those over at fasterpc.com. If you're not able to go there right now, that's okay. You can head over there at your convenience. Remember, when you have computer problems, you need a faster PC.
But again,
That's right, you do, and we are back. We're ready to answer your computer, technical, streaming, cybersecurity questions. First show of the year. We're excited for this. And you heard what we're going to be talking about. If you are listening on the radio, I will tell you that you will have a better experience if you can continue to listen on the radio. But if either now or at a later time you actually go over and watch the video, but especially when we show you how to set up a Roku device, that'll be pretty cool to do. Now, one of the things that really happened this past week, you guys have heard us talking about Al's Family Farms, and really their building was destroyed by Hurricane Milton. And it actually wasn't their hurricane, but it was the tornadoes that were spawned. Their office building, if you've seen our previous video, and if you haven't, go to YouTube, watch that video. We actually show the damage. I actually show me walking through, pictures from me walking through or pictures that I took at least of their office building when I walked through the day the hurricane exited, as I was grabbing their computers and bringing them to our office. And we had one of their customer service representatives up and running, connected to their server, able to access their database and call people back within 2 days of the storm leaving the state. And that was pretty cool. Well, this week they actually had another milestone. They opened their grill where they serve lunches and they serve orange juice. You can buy they've combined it. They're doing things a little bit different because you know what? They had damage. Not everything's recovered, and really not everything's going to be recovered for quite some time, if ever. So they did have a separate store that was in their big red barn. They've moved that over to the grill, and really in the summer they operate that out of the grill anyway. But they have that in the grill, so you can actually go to one place. You can buy produce, you can buy citrus, you can buy their juice. By the way, it is amazing, unpasteurized, fresh squeezed juice, and you can get this in grapefruit. You can get it in citrus. Of course, it's various types, various whatever is available at the time. That's what they're juicing, and of course they have sandwiches. They have ice cream. They have smoothies and shakes. They have a shake that's pretty famous, actually, that includes orange juice and ice cream. So if you haven't heard of that or haven't ever been there, you may want to check them out. They're on Kings Highway, 2001 North Kings Highway in Fort Pierce, just north of where the Angle Road Kings Highway intersection. They did open up their grill this past week. I actually went out there on Christmas Eve day, and made sure that their workstations in the grill could actually print to the network printer that's in the grill for the cooks, so that when an order is placed, the cooks get a printout. They know what to make, and they can actually start making that, and everyone's order gets made promptly. And so that was really cool. They were able, and by the way, I was happy that during the day, they actually didn't have to call me. The only thing that I got a call about was one of the stations, and you can imagine, really, with the damage that they had, workstations were moved. And you imagine, like, the phones and the credit card machines and the cash drawers and everything was moved, and one of the cash drawers was missing a cable that actually connects to the printer. So what happens is, as an order happens, what happens is that the order, the software prints prints the receipt, and when that happens, that cable that connects to the cash drawer kicks the cash drawer open, so that if there's a cash transaction, that the person can actually make change. And so that cable was missing on one of the workstations. That's really the only call I had. But they're up and running. And if you haven't ever been to their grill, haven't ever tasted their ice cream, or tasted their lunches, or tasted their orange juice is out of this world. My family calls it liquid gold. Of course, it's orange in color, kind of similar to gold, but boy, it is unlike any orange juice. If you've never had fresh squeezed orange juice, you will really, it kind of spoils you. You know, if you go to the store and you buy orange juice, even if it has pulp in it or something like that, it's nowhere near as good as fresh squeezed orange juice. So you may want to go out there and check them out. And of course, they still are processing orders for various items, their gift fruit that they send out. So you can actually go out and check that out. One thing we did want to go over also, by the way, if you want to place any orders for their fruit, go out and go to alsfamilyfarms.com. Again, that's alsfamilyfarms.com. So if you're out there, you want to actually, maybe you're a college football fan, this is the time that things are really heating up. You can actually get out there and watch the college football playoffs, the rest of them. There's actually 3 games that are going to be played. We're in the quarterfinals now. So Thursday, January 9th, you'll have a semifinal game. That'll be the Orange Bowl. It'll be aired on ESPN, and it'll be in Miami Gardens, Florida. You'll also have the Cotton Bowl aired the next evening, Friday, January 10th. That will be in Arlington, Texas, and it'll also be on ESPN. And then you'll have the national championship game. So the national championship game will also be aired on ESPN. Now, one of the things that you'll want to do, ESPN, if you're familiar and you've listened to this show, we've told you can't get, and you probably know this, you can't get ESPN without a cable TV subscription unless you subscribe to the ESPN Plus or one of the Disney now owns ESPN. So to watch ESPN, you can either have a cable TV subscription, or you can actually subscribe directly to ESPN, or you can have a streaming package that's a substitute, what I call a cable TV substitute package, where you can actually watch various programs on various channels. Most of those do have ESPN available, or you can go directly to the source. Again, Disney now owns ESPN, so they have a subscription that only includes ESPN Plus, so it has the ESPN channels, and then they have another subscription that only includes Disney. They have a combined subscription that includes Disney plus ESPN. They have another subscription that includes ESPN plus, Disney plus, and Hulu archived. And then they have their subscription that includes Hulu plus live TV that has all of the other content as well. And that is a cable TV substitute. But it's about $11 or $12 a month if you only want ESPN. Unfortunately, there's no trials on this. Of course, you could actually sign up for it. And let me see. Somehow I must have dropped off of the WPSL feed there. So I'm not sure exactly how that was.
Let me get you on air.
Okay.
Let me get you on air now. It just dropped out. I have no idea. It
Okay.
dropped out the whole thing. I had to re-sign on. Let me get back on air.
Okay.
Sorry about that, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
Wow. Little bit.
All right, and now we rejoin Brian Longworth with the Faster PC. I think we've got our issues here. There we go, Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that. We were explaining to people how to watch the semifinal games, and they are aired on ESPN. Also, the national championship games. This is the college football national championship, also aired on ESPN. ESPN, you can actually watch them with cable. You can watch them with a cable substitute package. You can also go directly to ESPN. They're owned by Disney. They have a ESPN Plus streaming package that you can get. There's also a streaming package that combines Disney. There's one that combines Hulu archived, and then there's one that combines Hulu plus live TV. That will get you everything, and you can watch those. Unfortunately, there's no trial. Many of the cable substitutes do have trial, though.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio here, heard every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour right here on this station and stream live to our Facebook page. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, ready to answer your computer questions. So you know what? If you have questions, well, we can't answer them unless you ask them. Our number, if you want to have your computer questions answered, is 772-340-5090. 772-340-5090. Also, you can type your questions into the comment section of our live Facebook video that's happening right now over at Facebook. You can go there, search for Faster PC. We have almost 23,000 likes, or you just go to our website, afasterpc.com, click on the link to listen to a Faster PC radio. We're here. We're ready to answer your computer questions, and we'll be right back to do that. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC. From the founding of our company, a Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to a Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean a Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups, to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftEnd support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of a Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, a Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to a Faster PC or a Faster
Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to a Faster PC Radio. I know you've been waiting, a whole few minutes for the next segment of today's show. If you've been waiting to give us a call so that you can get your computer question answered, well, now's a great time to give us a call. Give us a call. The number here at the studio is 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. Of course, if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to call and be on the radio, this is your opportunity, by the way, if you do want to be on the radio. But if you're a little bit shy, maybe you don't want to be on the radio, you don't want people to hear what you say, then you can actually head over to our Facebook video. It's a live Facebook video going on right now. You can head over there. Just go to www.afasterpc.com. Click on the link to listen to a Faster PC Radio. That'll take you to our Facebook page. Or you can go to Facebook, search for a Faster PC. You'll find our page. We have between 22 and 23,000 likes. You'll be able to actually get over there, scroll down on the page a little bit. You'll see the live video, and you can type your question into the comment section. Now, your question doesn't have to be on what we've been talking about. It can be on any topic as long as it's computer related. So head over there and you can be on the show, or just give us a call, 772-340-1590. We did also want to remind you that we have technicians standing by ready to resolve computer problems. Our number in the shop is 772-878-5978, and we are located at 7190 South US 1 in Port St. Lucie. Again, the number is 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
Yes, you do. And hey, we're back. You know, if the connection does happen to drop out on the radio, I did continue streaming on Facebook. We got connected back in as quickly as possible on the radio as well. But in this segment, we will be discussing and showing how to set up a Roku device. We'll actually start that process. Hopefully, we'll get it all the way finished. But right now, we have Dave on the line. Welcome to a Faster PC Live Technical Support. Dave, how can we help you today? You there, Dave?
Advice with. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can now. Yes, if you can go ahead and ask your question.
Okay, well, I'll start with the first question. I just ordered a HP laptop, which I didn't realize comes without a Ethernet port, which means I won't be able to access the internet. And I spoke to somebody at HP, and they said, there's a little device you can buy that inserts to a USB port that allows a Ethernet cable to be attached. But,
yes.
I went to Walmart, and they don't have them.
Yeah, so there are two things with this. One is that first of all, some of the lower priced laptops today do not have Ethernet ports, as you're mentioning. Now you can, if you have wireless internet, they are going to have a wireless adapter, and you can connect to the internet that way. So that's one way to connect to the internet. The other way is the way that they are describing to you, HP described to you, is with a USB to Ethernet adapter. We do carry those, and we have one in stock. So if you are interested in that, I know you are local to us here because I know because you've called us and you've come into our shop many times. So if you do want to get one of those, they're inexpensive. We do have them in stock, and basically what happens, you do have to, by the way, install a driver, and that may be a little bit tricky because the driver actually comes on on CD, or you can download it. Of course, if you're not connected to the internet, you can't download it. So that's an issue there. You just you want to make sure that again, you can connect wirelessly to download the driver. We do have also a external, or we can get you at least external DVD players that you can plug into the computer. Really, you're not going to, most new computers today are not going to come with a DVD drive, and definitely new laptops are not going to come with a DVD drive. So that makes it a little bit tricky. You could even come into our shop. We could install it for you. So those are some options there to get that up and running. But we definitely do have that. We carry those in stock, and we can get you connected that way.
Okay. I'll have to think about this.
Okay. All right. Did you have another question? Yes, you have another question?
Yeah, this regards my desktop computer, which of course is my normal computer I use. I've noticed lately that anything I click on as far as links takes much longer than normal to get it to transfer to the whatever the page is.
Okay.
Does that mean I've got too much data on my computer?
Probably not. So there's two things. Now, do you know that the hard drive that you have in the desktop, is that a platter hard drive or is that an SSD drive?
I'm not sure how I would know.
Okay. So we could do a remote session to actually determine why you're having that problem, why it's going so slow, and to actually look at that. So, but really, you're either having an issue where the computer itself is not able to process what you're doing quickly enough, or where your internet is having a problem and the internet is slow. So one of those two, or maybe just the connection between the computer and your router or modem, whatever the case may be there, maybe there's an issue there. But that would be something to look at. First of all, what you can do, let me switch over to a full screen, and I'll just show how you can, first of all, launch. What you want to do is when you first turn your computer on, you want to launch the task manager. You can do that by holding the control key, the shift key, and then pressing escape, and that will launch the task manager. And you'll actually see this load up. Now, if you have Windows 10, you'll have some tabs across the top. If you have Windows 11, you'll have tabs across the left side. And you're going to see, first of all, the CPU percentage, the RAM, and you're going to see the disk. The disk is not always accurate on this screen, but if you click on the Performance tab, again, that's across the top on Windows 10. It's across the side on Windows 11. So if you click on that Performance tab and then go to the C drive, it'll actually show you the throughput of the C drive. And it'll also show the model of that C drive. If that throughput is up, especially when you first turn your computer on, or when you open something up, if that throughput is all the way up to the top, you see the green area covering the complete graph, you know that chances are you have a platter hard drive that is very slow, and you would increase your performance significantly if you replace that with an SSD drive. And we can actually you also want to look at your processor, make sure that your processor is fast enough to accommodate and handle that SSD drive. We use some baseline processors and do a CPU comparison, CPU benchmark comparison, to make sure that your computer is fast enough actually to run, to handle that SSD and to make a big enough difference, because there have been some people that have a slower processor. We've done the installation anyway, but it doesn't always work out well. they're not always happy. And so, you want to, but you want to be able to have, you see my computer, I have an SSD drive, and my C drive actually is the primary hard drive. And you can see, occasionally I get spikes where I'm using up, most of the time I'm using like 1% of the throughput on this drive. But, I can go quite a bit faster if necessary. And because it is an SSD drive, most likely you have a platter hard drive, and an SSD drive would solve that. If that's not the issue, then you may have an issue either with your internet, and what you would want to do there is check the internet on other devices, see if the other devices are having that same issue. If the other devices aren't having that same issue, then the internet should be fine. If you're connecting with a Cat5 cable, maybe try to connect with a different Cat5 cable if one is available. You could have a problem with the network card in your computer, with the port on the modem or router that you're plugging into if you're connecting with a Cat5. If you're connecting with wireless, you may want to just check. Maybe the wireless that you're using is an older technology and it's not quite as quick. Most likely, though, you have a platter hard drive that's just getting a little bit tired. They do that. They do get a little bit tired. And so we would just encourage you, just check that out. Hopefully if it is a platter hard drive and your processor's fast enough, we can do the SSD upgrade for you. And we do that here in the shop. We could do it on site. Sometimes it's affordable on site. Sometimes it costs a little bit more because it takes a little bit longer. Sometimes it doesn't take longer. Sometimes it actually we have had a few times where it's actually a little bit less expensive to do it on site. Just depends on how long it takes to do that, and we really don't know. Some people have us come out because it's more convenient. Some individuals or some businesses will have us come out. Other times, people will say, "Hey, I'll bring it in. It's not the end of the world if I don't get it back right away." So we can take a look at that and help you out with that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. All right. So what we're going to start doing here, we're not going to get it all done in this segment because we actually had that call. And by the way, the calls dictate the show. If we don't have time to get to any part of what we've planned to talk about, your calls, your questions are number one priority. And we'll either cover those topics on a future week, or sometimes if it's security related. Last week we did actually extend the show and went over our cybersecurity threat rundown. We may have to do that again today because we are running short on time with that last call, but that's okay. We may move some segments to the next show, or whatever we get done with this, we'll actually cover next week. Now, what we're going to start doing here, and if you're listening on the radio, you may want to head over to our live stream. I'll try to verbally describe this for those that are listening on the radio, but there's going to be parts of this that you're not going to see. But if you go over to the live stream, and I understand you may not be able to do that now. You may be driving down the road. You may be doing work around the house, doing some honey-do lists. Maybe you're out checking out some of those yard sales that you may have heard about on Swap Shop, or having a yard sale of your own. By the way, if you are, I hope you called the Swap Shop this morning to let them know about it. But listen, we're going to actually show you how to set up a Roku device, and you're going to be able to see it on the live stream. You'll be able to actually see what's happening on the Roku. So you'll actually see those steps, and I'm going to show you the steps that we go through. I'm going to also show you how you can get your wireless network name and password, because you're going to need that to be able to actually connect your Roku to the internet, unless you have a Roku that has an Ethernet port, and then you could plug in with a Cat5 cable. Of course, the Roku would have to be either close enough to your modem or router, or you would have to have a cable run from your modem or router to that location. But so what we have here, we have this Roku. Now this is the Roku Ultra LT. Now this particular device is really their highest end Roku. Roku, by the way, is a streaming platform. It's a streaming operating system. This particular device is a device that you can connect to your computer. Now, they also have smaller ones, ones that are less expensive. Some of those are just have a stick, kind of like a USB stick, but they're a little bit bigger. And you actually plug those directly into a HDMI port, and they're powered with actually a USB cable. Some of the smaller Roku devices are powered with a USB cable as well. Those actually use the USB cable, provides 5 volts of power. Most TVs have a USB port, and if you're not using that USB port, let's say to display pictures, then you may actually want to use that USB port to actually power your Roku, or it comes with a power adapter that can connect to the wall and you can power it that way. But just know that it can be powered right with from the TV. So this is a Roku. By the way, Roku is the leading streaming platform. So if you're going to stream content out there, Roku may be what you want to check. A lot of TVs actually come with Roku built into them. Some of the smart TVs, they are really the smartest. In my opinion, they're the smartest of the smart TVs. Some of the smart TVs aren't quite as smart as a Roku. And with Rokus, there's a lot of content you can get. We'll actually go over the content that you can watch in a future video, many future videos actually. What we'll do today when we come back from the break, we'll actually go over this box, what's in the box. We'll show you this. We'll show you how it sets up, and of course, we'll explain a little bit of the differences in some of the other models as well.
Learn another language. It starts with Babbel.
You're listening to a Faster PC radio heard on this station every Saturday in the 10 o'clock hour. We're going to take a quick break, but we'll be right back for the final segment of today's show. Listen, if you want to get your computer questions answered and you haven't called in, now's your opportunity. In fact, this is your last opportunity coming up. 772-340-1590. 772-340-1590. You can also head over to our Facebook page, and you can actually, from the Facebook page, you can type your computer questions into the comment section of the live video, and we'll cover them on today's show. But you know what? You've got to get over there right now, or give us a call, 772-340-1590, so we can answer your computer questions. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
This is Brian Longworth, host of A Faster PC Radio, where we answer your computer questions for free every Saturday from 10 to 11 a.m. But it gets even better than that.
Now, wait a minute. How could it possibly get any better than that?
Yes, Cliff. A Faster PC has technicians standing by every Saturday ready to work on your computer.
Wait a minute. Technicians standing by on a Saturday?
Well, Cliff, A Faster PC has technicians standing by Monday through Friday for standard and emergency service, both in-shop and on-site. That means you can bring your computer to A Faster PC, or A Faster PC can come to you. And if you need computer service in a hurry, we offer emergency service both in-shop and on-site. We can handle anything from software installs, viruses, spyware, to multi-site VPN networking. Computer problems?
You need a Faster PC.
A Faster PC, conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. For more information, call 878-5978. 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
From the founding of our company, A Faster PC has provided our customers with quality service and computer products at competitive prices. We find that in the current economy, this is more important than ever. A Faster PC recently conducted a market survey and found that our prices are the least expensive in the area. Some of our competitors charge twice what we charge. Perhaps that's why more customers are turning to A Faster PC. We're helping our customers save money by repairing their computers rather than replacing them.
Now, wait a minute. You mean A Faster PC saves customers money?
A Faster PC offers the most competitive prices for computer repair in our area.
Wait a minute. Technicians that know what they're doing for less than the competition?
That's right. A Faster PC can handle anything from software installs, virus, spyware, and malware, and those annoying pop-ups to QuickBooks, Metisoft, and SoftIn support, from wireless networks to hardware networks. Computer problems?
You need a faster PC.
Conveniently located at 7186 South US 1, Port St. Lucie, and on the web at afasterpc.com. Call 878-5978. Computer problems? You need a Faster PC.
Welcome back to A Faster PC Radio. This is the last segment of today's show. We'd love to answer your computer questions, but if you don't call, we can't answer. Give us a call. The number to have your computer question answered is 772-340-1590, 772-340-1590, or you can hop on over to our Facebook page, A Faster PC, and actually from there, you can type your question into the comment section. So again, just a few more minutes to answer your questions. We did want to remind you also that not only can you ask your questions at the Facebook page or by calling 772-340-1590, but you can also watch the video as well. So some of the questions that I'm answering, as I answer those questions, I'll be able actually to show you the steps that you go through to resolve computer problems. And if you're not where you can watch it right now, that's fine. You can watch it at your convenience shortly after the show's over. It'll be up there on our Facebook page. You can get there one of two ways. Either go to our website, afasterpc.com. We have a link that says listen to A Faster PC Radio. If you click on that, it'll take you to our Facebook page, or go to Facebook and search for A Faster PC. We also wanted to remind you that in the shop we have technicians standing by today to work on computers and resolve computer problems. We're at 7190 South US 1, and our number in the office is 772-878-5978. And of course, we're here to answer your questions. Well, your computer questions, and we could answer other questions, but we're here specifically to answer computer questions. Computer problems? You need a faster PC.
Yes, you do, and we're going to get right back into actually showing you how to set up a Roku device. So in this box, this is the Roku Ultra LT. This is more high-end than really what a lot of people would need, but I actually got this device just to actually demonstrate, and we have another customer that I wanted to show it to him as well, because this particular device, the remote, actually has a headphone jack. And so if you're hard of hearing, or maybe you want to listen without actually disturbing other people, you can plug in the headphones and you can hear that way, and it would not come through the TV. I've done that some. You can actually do that through the Roku app as well. So in the box, so we're going to open up this box. Now again, this is different. This is a higher end device than what some people have out there. But what we're going to do is, have you heard this little advertiser that they actually have speakers now as well? So that lets you know about the speakers. And then let's get you streaming. So there's a little page here that actually tells you about how to get you streaming. But if you're watching this, you're not going to need that, because we're going to show you how to do it. So here's the Roku device. Again, this is bigger than what some of the Roku devices are. This particular one has an HDMI port on the back, also has a Ethernet port and the power jack. Now this one requires more power than some of the others, and it does so because it is a bigger device, and it just has greater power requirements. Also in the box, you're going to have a remote in the box. There's some batteries for the remote. again, this particular remote does have a jack where you can plug in headphones. Included in the box are headphones. So you get headphones with various ear sizes. That comes in the box. You also get an HDMI cable. There's the power adapter, and again, the batteries as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually connect this over to the power over here. I already have the power plugged in. I'm going to connect it to the power, and I'm also going to connect it to the HDMI cable. And I have a HDMI capture port that I have actually configured here. And so what we're going to see on right now, you actually see the Roku device booting up. And when you first turn the Roku device on, the first thing that's going to happen is it's going to actually want to pair the remote. Now, I turned this on earlier today and put the batteries in the remote, and since the remote came with the device, and you see here it says pairing the remote. So there's a little button. Let me switch over to a screen where you can see my camera. There's a little button. You actually have to pull out the battery thing. There's a little button here where you can actually push that for 5 seconds. It'll pair the remote. But since mine has actually already built into this, since the remote came with the unit, it already knows what it is. So it says, let's get started. You can select the language. So if English is your language, you'll select English. And then it asks you how you want to connect. You can connect wirelessly or you can connect hardwired. Now, we're going to connect wirelessly for this demonstration, but the wireless is real easy. If you have a wireless connection, you actually just can go in. You can go ahead and connect that into the computer, an Ethernet connection. So you would connect that right into your router or switch or modem, depending on what you have at your house or business. And then you would connect the other end into the Roku device as well. Now, not all Roku devices have Ethernet ports. Most of them connect wirelessly. So that's what we're going to show you today. Now, one of the things you're going to need to know is you're going to need to know your wireless network name. And in addition to knowing your wireless network name, you're also going to need to know the wireless password or encryption key. So I'm going to show you on a computer. By the way, your wireless network name may actually be printed on the side of your modem or router or the bottom of it. Depending on the model, you might actually have it printed right there. It may have, if it's factory default and it's never been changed, it may actually be there. So you can actually go and look at that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch over to a full screen to show you how you can actually tell what the wireless network name is if you're connected on a computer. So what we're going to do in the lower right-hand corner, you should see, unless you've moved the taskbar with Windows 10 or Windows 11, you're going to actually see a wireless connection here. And that's going to actually show. And so what we're going to do, we're going to click on the wireless connection. And you see that it'll actually show you the name of the wireless network that your computer is connected to. I was a little bit cute this morning, set up this wireless network. I didn't want to expose our wireless network name and security key for security reasons. So I just created this one that says FBI spy van. You may have seen one of these networks pop up, most likely, and I can tell you in this case it's not an FBI spy van, but it's just someone trying to be a little bit cute, and I was being a little bit cute on that today. Now, that's the network name. So what we're going to do is, and let me show you before we go to set it up, I'm going to actually show you how you can tell what your wireless network key is. So we're going to hold down the Windows key and press E for Explorer. So that's going to launch the Windows Explorer. Now, for this to work, what I'm about to show you to work, you need to have a Windows 10 or a Windows 11 computer. Probably will work with Windows 8 also, but if you're running Windows 8, you're out of support, give us a call, because at 772-878-5978, we can help upgrade you to Windows 10 so that you're getting the security updates. So what we're going to do though is this is launching the Windows Explorer. We're going to right click on network. So and let me just make sure. Okay, so I do have the connection. I just wanted to make sure that that's showing. So we want to right click on network and go to properties. That brings up a pop-up menu. We're going to go to properties and left click. So what this is going to do, it's going to launch the network properties. From this, we will actually be able to see the wireless network password. So as soon as it pops up, we'll be able to see the wireless network password. We'll be able to actually even copy that so that we can paste it into a device. Now, if you're using the default key that came with an AT&T modem or router, that you're very likely to have a lot of convoluted characters in there, a lot of special characters that are going to make it a little bit tricky, but not impossible, but definitely a little bit tricky to be able to connect your Roku, because you'll have to actually select all of those characters and get them into the Roku. There's no real easy way that I know of to get that connected. So this is going to bring up the network and sharing window. And from the network and sharing window, we're going to be able to see not only the network name. You could, by the way, just go, you could skip going to actually the network path in the lower right hand corner and just go to right here so that you can actually see the network name. Once you see the network name, this will actually show you the network name, and it'll also, so you see here, FBI spy van shows up. Now you see where it says Wi-Fi FBI spy van. I can actually click on that. And then once I click on that, that's going to launch another window that'll give me additional information about this connection. And so from the Ethernet, you see I'm actually connected to another connection, but I'm actually going to click here on this FBI spy van. This is going to bring up an additional window where I'll actually be able to see the network name and also the password. So again, I'll be able to copy this so that I can actually put it into the Roku device, and we'll be able to actually get in there and do that. Now, one of the things, okay, so here it comes up, and I'm going to click on wireless properties, and then I'm going to click on the security tab, and then this is going to show me the key. Of course, there's just a bunch of dots, so I'm going to click here to click show characters, and this is going to show me the characters. I can copy this, and what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually going to load a notepad, and you can actually just search for notepad. Click on the little search icon or the search field and type in notepad. This will launch a notepad, and inside of Windows, what you'll see here is you'll see the notepad. I'm just going to paste this here. And that makes it real easy. Notepad has a font, and if you can't see it all the way, you want to make this a little bit bigger, and you want to actually click edit, and let me see, or is it file? There is a way you can actually change the font size on this. You see, I've changed mine to a 20-point font, which actually is easy to use. So if you click on edit, you can actually go down to font there, and you can actually change the font. I guess mine's at a 28-point font. So it makes it real easy to use. Notepad will also easily differentiate between capital O's and zeros between L's and capital I's, which can look very similar in some ways. But you see here, you can't hack me 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my screen back over to the Roku. And so from the Roku here, I'm switching back over, and I'm actually going to be able to actually click on wireless, and you see here that it's doing a wireless scan, and it's actually searching for networks. You see there's a lot of them here. You know, we have Alice Family Farms computers here, and we have other ones, but I'm looking for the FBI. Let me see. You know what? It's not even showing up in the list here. So I'm not sure exactly why. We may have to actually take this up next week. I'm not sure why it's not showing up. So I'm clicking scan again to see all networks. It might just be that there's something a little bit different with that. So okay, so now we see some more networks. So we're actually going to click on the FBI spy van, and now what I can do here is, again, you can't hack me, and the U, the C, the H, the M are capital. There is an apostrophe in there also. What we'll do, because we're almost out of time, we will actually show this on the air next week as well. That way you can actually see the rest of this and coming out.
Protect your finances
And we're coming to the end of today's show, but if you've missed any part of this show or just want to listen to it again or watch it again, because you can do that at our Facebook page and YouTube channel. You can not only hear the show, but also see the show. And when we've described and shown you how to resolve computer problems, you can actually see that and watch it over and over again at our Facebook page or our YouTube channel. You can get there by going to our website at fasterpc.com and clicking on the links. We're open today until 2 p.m. Monday through Friday, we're open from 9 to 5, and next Saturday, we'll be open from 9 to 2. We want to invite you to listen to our church radio show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. here on WPSL. The title to tomorrow's sermon is, It's Time for Your Examination, Part 1. You can listen to other sermons on our church website, covenanttabernacle.com, or our church Facebook page, Covenant Tabernacle World Outreach Center. You can find a Faster PC's Facebook page and YouTube channel by searching for a Faster PC on Facebook and YouTube, or by going to our website and clicking on the links. While there, you can actually watch the show, not only hear the show, but also watch the show and see the steps that we go through to actually resolve computer problems. A Faster PC is conveniently located at 7190 South US 1 on the east side of US 1, just north of Rio Mar. We're also on the web at www.afasterpc.com. Again, that's afasterpc.com. And you can reach us at 772-878-5978. Again, 772-878-5978. Computer problems?
Don't you know by now you need a Faster PC?
Happy New Year! At this time of the year, many reflect on the past year, where we are, where God wants us to be, and plan to make changes to help us move closer to the mark God has set for us. This year, ask God to examine you, show you where you need to change, and help you make those changes. With God's help, this year can be your best year ever.
WPSL Port St. Lucie.
DBS News on the Hour.
All right, and so we are actually going to continue.
It's sad to
Let
say
me
goodbye,
see if we can
but
drop off
everybody's happy
the
this time.
Skype.
Ceremonies honoring the late
So we're
President
going to
Jimmy
actually
Carter
continue
underway
the
in
show,
Georgia.
give an actual extra.
President Jimmy
For some
Carter
reason, I
is
don't
left the
see
hospital in Americus, Georgia,
don't see
escorted outside
the disconnect.
Secret Service
But
detail
we'll
of motorcades,
actually,
including the
let's
hearse
see,
and
quit-
vehicles carrying Mr. Carter's family
Quit
members.
Skype.
is dropping
Okay,
the 50
so
miles to his
sorry for
hometown
that. We're going to give a
There will be a
cybersecurity
stop outside
rundown.
Mr.
So,
Carter's boyhood.
so anyway, yeah. So what we're actually going to do? Let me see if I need to free up something real quick. If you hang on with me, just a minute. I need to free up just a little bit of storage space, and then we'll be able to actually go ahead and launch into the cybersecurity rundown. So what we're going to do, let me see here. I should have cleared up some space right before the show started here. But what we're going to do here, we're going to go over a cybersecurity rundown. So we're actually going to show you the steps that you can go through to resolve some of these issues. But we're going to talk about the issues. Is one of the most important things is to show you the steps that you can actually take, so that you can see this issue, and so that you can actually look at this. Now, what we're going to do here again is we're gonna go ahead. I've got to free up a little bit of space right before I start this. So I think what we'll do, I'll actually record this video. We'll post this video on the web as a separate standalone video on our YouTube channel. And so you can actually go to our website at fasterpc.com. You'll see that page. You'll be able to see the video, and that way you won't miss it. So it will be up there in the next few days. We'll get it up there. Probably we'll try to get it up there for Monday. So thank you for listening and tuning in to a Faster PC live technical support. We're going to sign off. Again, I'll record this video and we'll get it up there for you to watch shortly.